I'm so astonished that everyone is so focused today, silent and interested in the conversation. I'm sure that Julie is doing good work in presenting me as I go through some of the people. So I'm very pleased to be here in Jakarta. Thank you for hosting. Yes, indeed, I am representing building developer in Greece, Nova Constructions, the company. But also we are representing also Vasilis, which is the biggest brand that we have. We essentially is a development, there is regional development, hospitality development, operation, and also property management. So our company right now at the moment we have over 125 projects, which are under construction in the last 6 states throughout the country. Also we have several headquarters and offices across the country, Greece, headquarters in Athens, Cyprus, and California, United States. We, through the property management company that we own, I think this is the most important parameter that would definitely be of interest today for you. We are able to basically facilitate an A to Z service for the whole management and leasing of your property. And when I'm saying that A to Z, I mean essentially we are becoming a one-stop shop for you. We are doing the property management just for our properties. We're not doing it for other properties. Just a business extra service for our clients. And for you to understand what we're covering, essentially we're able to manage, maintain, insure, secure, and fully furnish the apartment without any extra costs with you. And essentially guarantee you a return, rental return on your investment. This return would be on a 4% rental basis, okay? 4% annual, bro. And based actually on the European regulation of the Golden Visa Day, which allows only long-term lease on your properties, actually it's a very competitive figure. Imagine that if you go by yourself today, potentially the average figure that you can see it by about 2.7, 2.8% net. So we're very proud to have achieved this. Obviously, this is an outcome of the economy of scale as we have to our properties. 150,000 square meter without delta. So this is the big advantage I think that I want to keep in your mind today. We are able to offer you an history, in-house and one-stop shop experience for your investment overall. We have several people in our company, 270 people, mainly white collars. So we have architects, engineers, designers. We actually also gift to you once you buy from us, in order to furnish and fit the apartment the way you want. And also lawyers after the offices. We have basically everyone you need to be able to depend for your investment. I think one also last thing I want to mention, definitely it's this slide, which very quickly I don't want to bore you with a lot of awards and certifications, but at the end of the day, they're very important. And when I am trying to get in your shoes, to any investor that will invest in a foreign country, I'm asking myself what will be the most important, parameter for me, right? And I always come to say that it's trust, To whom am I trusting my money? To whom am I giving my money? This is the most important. Okay, the figures are important. The fact that you have a tangible asset like property is important. The fact that you're going to a very nice destination and you're getting a golden visa for you, it's also important. All these are important. But at the end of the day, who guarantees you all this? To whom am I giving my money? To whom am I trusting my money? This is the most important. And actually, this is why we invested the past 3 years. Too many certifications. The most important one is the AA credit rate that we've achieved from 𝙂𝙍𝙀𝙀𝘀. This space tells about the financial stability and credibility of the company. 𝙂𝙍𝙀𝙀 is an independent organization that measures and evaluates over a 6-month period our private companies in Europe. It gives fair rates. In the banks in Greece, the banks have BBB rates. So we're very happy to have a AA. We are the only developer with AA rate in Greece, actually, and one of 7 companies from all industries in the country. And on top of that, very quickly mentioning that we are offered by PwC, although we're a private company, for PwC every year. These are financial statements that we can also share with you. And for 2 consecutive years, 2023 and 2024, we've been in the top 10 companies with the most positive impact in the economy. So we're very, very proud of that, of all these achievements and publications. And we definitely worked for many years to get to this point after a decade or so. So I'll leave this with you, and I think the next chapter would be very interesting because it's the most part, the top part of the presentation. It's the actual other visa projects that we are prepared to present for you, and I think Judith will definitely start with this.
So they have 3 properties that qualify for the Golden Visa. Actually, they have like many properties, but 3 of the properties, because they also do the local market and all that. But remember, the properties for the Golden Visa need to be converted from commercial to residential. So 3 of these projects convert from commercial to residential. And a little bit about Athens. If for those who have been to Athens, it's quite maybe might jog your memory a bit. Athens has the Acropolis at the center, and then around the Acropolis, you would get to if you go east, you would go from Acropolis to Plaka, and Plaka is where you get lots of like restaurants and all that. Actually, many Greek restaurants are in Plaka somehow. And then you walk a little bit more, and you will get to the stadium. And this stadium is the oldest Olympic stadium in the world. Then you walk a little bit more, and you will get to this project. Between Acropolis and here is about 1 hour walk. So, but it's still walkable. It's like 1 hour walk. Okay, but there's a metro nearby over here that will take you to other places around Greece as well, around Athens. So, but it's still very, very central. So you walk through sort of the business district is up here, and a lot of Greeks walk, right? So it's a half an hour walk. You're actually right at the center of the city. This is Plaka, and this might jog your memory. These are the streets in Plaka where all the restaurants are, and this is the stadium. Again, might jog your memory where is the oldest Olympic stadium. This is the area of Pankrati, where this project is. It's called Pankrati. And it's a family area. It is a residential family area. And for those a little bit more familiar with where people stay, where the locals stay, it's just south of Kolonaki. And Kolonaki is the high net worth area of Athens. So it's just south of that, and it's just one suburb away. It's like Kolonaki and then Pankrati. And along Pankrati, what I really like is there's a really nice community of people who will come to these street markets on Friday, and you have to meet them, and you can meet like all your neighbors and all that, and you can buy local honey, local produce, and all that. So I think there's one every Tuesday. I was looking, and then there's one every Friday. So in the different street. So we cast the one on Friday, and I actually wanted to stop there. So the project is here. Again, the stadium is here. And then as you walk, you get to the project over here. Now zoom in a little bit more to the project. It's just over there, that red dot. Zoom in a little bit more is this building over here. It's a 3-story building. This building over here, 3 stories. The top is residential, so title. So it cannot be the 250,000 Golden Visa. But ground floor and the first floor can be, because it was a commercial title before it was a shop. So it's converted. And there's 2 more units in here. There's 6 units, 2 more units in here. So in Greece and many of European countries, you don't get this like huge developments like we get here, like 300 units or 400 units. They're rare. When people buy, they buy within their zone, their housing zone where their parents stay and all that. And within a building, if there are 10 units, it's considered a big project, right? So, but most people would buy 1 unit and then they renovate and all that. The developer now goes in. Sometimes they buy 1 unit and they renovate and they sell. But in this case, they have 2 floors, so they renovate the 2 floors and there's 6 units in these 2 floors, which happens to be suitable for the golden visa. Locals buy as well, but it happens to be suitable for the golden visa. And this one is really quite good because it's on the 1st floor. And it's a really neat floor plan, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, living room. It is 50.4 square meters. And what I really like about Lots and Easy is they fully fit the units. It's fully furnished too. And you get a 4% rental guarantee net. So that's after property management fee and municipal council taxes. You just need to pay 15% tax on that. And this one is 280,000 euros. So there's another one that they have. Actually, they have another one yet. So if you are really keen, then there's one in a building called Metropolis that's in 𝙂𝙍𝙀𝙀𝘾𝙀. So very, very central location. But I did prepare that here because it was sold out. But 1 unit came back onto the market. So do let me know because that unit is 230,000 and then we can make it 250,000 for the golden visa through some rebates and stuff like that. So that is another pathway or another property, but just let me know. So okay, this other one is Acropolis. It's north of Acropolis. So again, this is Acropolis. As you walk north, you get to Monastiraki. As you walk again, about also an hour away, you get to a suburb called 𝙂𝙍𝙀𝙀𝘀. And an hour away by walk, and there are metro stations nearby if you want. So the nearest metro station is 8 minutes walk. Then you can go just a few stops to Omania and also to the rest of the city, even to the airport. Yeah, it's on the green line, but you just connect to the blue line and you go to the airport. Time Out magazine names 𝙂𝙍𝙀𝙀𝘀 one of Athens' coolest neighborhoods, and I also think it's a very cool neighborhood. There are many restaurants around there, cafes. There's a school and sports center just a walking distance from the property, and there's many supermarkets as well near there. 𝙂𝙍𝙀𝙀𝘀 has this market, it's rather famous, and it's a market where you can buy fresh vegetables and all that. So it's walkable from this property. This property is also near a local hospital, so you would find everything within here. It's just a stone's throw from several theaters. So there's lots of like entertainment around this area. You can go for theater, you could go cafes, you can walk to school, you can walk to the train station. There's a hospital nearby, so there is also lots of people working nearby. Pool with rents, maybe a potential doctor, a nurse, teachers around the school area, young professionals who work in Omonia. Those would be your tenants, and your apartment would look like this in Vivier. It comes fully fitted, fully furnished with beds, everything, TV, dining table. This property also comes with a gym and sauna. It's a vibrant neighborhood named as one of the most coolest neighborhoods. 32 kilometers from the airport, connectable from the airport via a blue train, and then you connect to the green train. It has a fully equipped gym and sauna as well. I think for young people, gyms are very important nowadays, so they would find a building with a gym. And I have chosen a few 1-bedrooms to display, but this one on the 1st floor. This is 47 square meters, and again, it's very neat. This building has a lift. It's rare for buildings to have a lift in Europe. So it has a lift, and this one faces the garden. It's fully fitted, fully furnished. Again, the developer is giving a 4% rental guarantee net, so that solves all our headaches. And the rental guarantee actually starts from the time the title is handed over, from the time the property is completed. Whether or not they have a tenant, they're going to start the rental guarantee 4% immediately after the property is completed. And the good thing is they don't even wait till the property is completed. In the sales and purchase agreement, there is a date where they estimate completion date, and the rental guarantee starts then, even if the property doesn't complete. But these properties are relatively small, so they complete quite soon. The first one completes in the next 6 months, and this one completes within the next year. So it is quite impossible that they don't complete it because they're small renovations. This one is euro 293,000. We can arrange some kind of rental guarantee up front to bring down the sort of outlay. Vasilis, you want to talk a little bit about your completed project? See.
Up to date, on the past year, we have about 70 projects completed, mainly in the capital, Naples, but we also have several in Crete and Cyprus. Our philosophy and identity, in general, follows the ESG standards that we are very closely abiding in Europe. All of the buildings are A+ energy efficiency, which is the highest standard in Europe, by the way. They are smart home based, all of them, and also they are following, as you can see, a minimal architecture. Okay, so this is why you see, although there's a variety in designs, they always have the same identity, as we say. And I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's also important, something I have always challenged my clients is actually to put the external render of our project and the actual deliverable and start to find the differences, because that will be a real challenge. Actually, we are committed to whatever is on paper, whatever is on the design that we're promising, whatever is on the inventory and equipment, all of this to be provided as promised and as signed from the beginning. And this is what we are very proud to deliver theirs.
So, in summary, the Greece Golden Visa is an attractive program because we only have to invest 250,000 and we can invest in property. So, Portugal property no longer is a pathway. Spain as well. So now, actually, the best program is Greece. Properties can be rented. They have a relatively good and stable yield. If chosen wisely, the property will maintain its value and increase in value over time. There's low rental taxes, no capital gains tax. And the Golden Visa cards are issued within approximately 1 year versus some countries like Portugal where it's taking a long time. It's just that the immigration department is less efficient. And they travel to, you can travel throughout Europe. You don't need a Schengen visa anymore. You have zero stay requirements, and it's a great plan B. You can access social services, education for your kids, and a life in Greece if you require.